Today I'm making lamb chops. I love lamb, but what makes it extra special is my orange Asian glaze. It's sweet, savory, and infused with a secret orange ingredient. Hey guys, if you hear that little crunching in the background, Coco Bear is eating her dinner. Well, I'm prepping our ginger for our orange Asian glaze. So, little tip, I know I've shown you this before, but if you haven't seen it, take a spoon, just peel your ginger. And also, when you're purchasing your ginger in the grocery store, you don't need to buy the whole hand. Just break off the amount that you need. Okay, so we're gonna peel the ginger, mince it, and then mince our garlic cloves. And then begin making our glaze. All right, garlic and ginger is minced. Now for our scallions, or otherwise known as green onions. When you buy them, here's a great little tip. Put them in a small glass or small vase with a little bit of water, so that way the roots can stay hydrated. Just leave them at room temperature on your countertop. That way they last longer. So we need 2 of them. So I always like to use the entire green onion. The dark green part is for garnish, and then the whites I use to saute with. So I'm just gonna divide the dark greens and the whites, and then start cooking. That's our garnish. Then this is gonna be to infuse delicious flavor in our glaze. All right, we are ready. So we're just gonna crank the heat. I'm gonna move our beautiful bouquet of scallions. I'm gonna start with your sauce pot, a little bit of oil. We don't need a lot, just enough to saute our garlic and ginger and our green onions. So they go in first, just until they're fragrant, about 45 seconds, we'll add the remainder of the ingredients. This glaze is so delicious. Hold on to this recipe for other preparations like chicken or pork. It's a nice one to have. Little zing from some red pepper seeds. Next, the secret ingredient, orange marmalade. So it gives us sweetness and it gives us delicious orange flavor. But we're gonna boost it even more with some more sugar. Low sodium soy, so there's our salt and our Asian flavor, rice vinegar, and star anise pod. Now we're just gonna prep our lamb. So we're gonna bring this to a boil on a medium heat until it reduces and gets foamy and bubbly and coats the back of a spoon. That's when we know it's the perfect consistency for our glaze. It'll take about 4 or 5 minutes. So these are lamb loin chops. We have about 2 to 2.5 pounds. If you can't find lamb loin chops, don't drive yourself crazy. Just use the rib chops. They work out delicious as well. Okay, let's check on our glaze. It's looking beautiful. So this is what you want. You want it to be sort of frothy and foamy. That's a good indicator that it's reducing and it's creating that candy. And you want to take a spoon and then see if it coats the back. There we go. So that's called nappe. So in French, it just means coats the back of a spoon. Then you just sort of run your finger, as long as it doesn't drizzle, boom. We are exactly where we want to be. We don't want to over reduce it because then it's not pliable. So I'm just going to remove it from the heat, let it set to the side, and just cool down a bit while we're grilling our lamb. So for the holidays, typically Easter, on our table, it's either lamb or ham, or sometimes both. My mother-in-law always had many different types of meat on the table, and we would always laugh about it. I do miss having that for sure, but it's lamb this year. All right, we are good. Grill pan is heated. I'm gonna oil our grates. You could do the same on the outside as well. So a little oil on your protein, on your lamb, and you just wanna oil your grates as well. So that way it doesn't stick. 2 to 3 minutes on each side will give us a perfect medium rare. That's always a good sound. So the lamb is off of the grill and it's just resting on our platter. Now I'm just gonna chop up some fresh mint. Makes it so nice on top of this delicious Asian glaze. And then we have our dark green onions from earlier. We sliced them, remember that? All right, so you just wanna take a pastry brush, or really you could just take a spoon and just pour it right on top. And then just glaze each chop. Now those star anise pods that we added earlier to our glaze, you just want to take them out and discard them. We have our green onions right on top. So we add a beautiful boost of green color. All right, we gotta taste it, right? Gotta tell you what it tastes like. I'm gonna grab the little guy. Where's that little guy? There he is. Now, you want to use a knife and a fork. I'm trying to teach my kids, always use a knife and a fork, but I gotta tell you, it's so tempting just to pick this up and eat it. The next time you grill, make these lamb chops. They are so good. For the recipe, head over to the newspaper's website. I'm Shereen with Cook This. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.